No, game 2 of this 3-game freeway series at Angel Stadium. The Blue Tops tonight, as they did yesterday, and Jose Soriano. 1 ball, 1 strike. The offensive number, 1 ball, 1 strike on Ohtani, and it's ball 2 away from That ball is turned in 3-1. Is anew when it comes to Shohei, and it's a 5-pitch. For a short time, he had more walks allowed than hits. As Mookie Betts looks at on the injured list, has not hit much upon returning, batting just 152, but he lines this ball to the left field corner. Siri had a good jump. He gets in front of it quickly. Shohei ends up going to third base, and he's safe ahead of the throwers on the corners.
Something about that leadoff walk to start a game, Wayne. That's all.
5 pitches. Betts now at first base after his single. And the table set for Freeman, who lines it. It's caught by the second baseman, Peraza. And Will Smith has hit into a couple this year. Guy hits the ball in the air primarily, takes ball 1. A hero in the Dodger organization, more so than ever after his home run last year in the World Series. He skies this one to right. It's deep. It's Adele back out near the wall, making the catch right in front of the fence. Ohtani tags and scores. The Dodgers get on the board. It's a sac fly. He gave that ball a pretty good ride to right field. And now 2 outs. Soriano with just 1 run allowed against Toronto, with that first inning run allowed at that. And a strike is in.
38 RBIs. He had a 3-0 fastball out for a 3-run home run last night.
Well, don't forget where it's on their way to a 6-0 win, a bullpen game, which they only allowed 2 hits. Swing and a miss. Pages chases to end Atlanta.
Wroblewski is a guy that's not going to wow you with velocity.
Well, not a lot of strikeouts, as you said. No balls and a strike as Grissom takes ball 1. More than survive. He's thrived so far in 2026. Part of that game. So Dave Roberts thought, why not just let him.
How you're even with some traffic, how you can make some quality pitches.
Bouncer over the mound. Betts can't field it. It's in the left center field. Grissom with a big turnaround first. He was running through the bag, so it's tough for both sides here, and certainly Trout on the top of that list at Angel Stadium.
Wayne, that's the pitch there. That one. The same thing with Wroblewski so far. There's that 4-seamer staying on
through 6 pitches a lot of the time. As Trout lays off there. Balls 2 strikes. Trout looks at strike 3.
Stay true and punches the corner against Trout.
And here's Zach Neto batting third as he bounces 1 foul. By the way, lefties have hit him a lot better than right-handers so far this year. Check on Grissom as Neto serves 1 but hooks it foul. And it's 0-2 just to finish for the Orioles.
I'm going to make sure I remind Ben McDonald of that one too.
Well, you can go strikes. That's how it used to be. Here's Neto lining 1 to left center field. Teoscar Hernandez is in, and that's the second one.
Fair today.
Yeah, really beautiful ceremony. Some great dad. That's in there for a strike to Jorge at first. Soler late on the fastball, not over for him. With that slightly open stance. 2 balls and 2-2 the count with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss right in that same spot.
Big, gaining ground out of the gate is big. Pre-pitch is really big. He said we play pretty little bit, working, getting his feet underneath him, loading this really, guys.
Yeah, you know, when you think about a number of the pitches on this staff. By the way, that's a nest towards the end of the bat. Good idea to work on that.
Strike 1 to Teoscar Hernandez. Just going through those different kind of advancements and making to see Mike Trout doing that, it has to be
get a number of years of playing that you're going to put that extra work in. I always remember hearing and seeing no matter what.
Then the other players. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you can practice. Here's Hernandez with a 1-hopper to third base. Vaughn Grissom fires it across 2 up.
Bo is so effective.
One hopper to short. Easy play for Zach Neto. An easy inning for Jose Soriano. 1-2.
Gets a lot of outs with that. A lot of shadows though with his slider. Pretty good spin on his slide. Very effective in the zone. But it's all that ride and stays true out of it.
Strikeouts. That ball is lined to the left field corner. Joe Adele has a foul ball.
8%.
2 balls and a strike on Adele, who chops it foul. These Dodgers really pull. But they have the veteran players, the guys who've been there and done.
Freeman.
Still full count on Adele. 3 wins. That's off the plate, ball 4. So the inch
and drive it. Don't help a pitcher out. Don't go out of your zone. Go to your
on the year. He's at first, held by Freeman. And here's Peraza fouling 1 off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Part of the zone where you're going to be most successful.
Peraza with a fly ball to left. Hit pretty well. Hernandez going back, still going out near the wall, and he dropped it. He dropped it. Adele trying to go back to second base, and now the throw coming in. He's out. Out anyway, but remember, if Adele and Peraza had crossed those too late, Hernandez got it into Betts, who threw it to Kim.
Walk.
By the way, that's one of the longest fielder's choices you'll ever see used on the bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count on Shawnuel. There's a fly ball to left, sends Hernandez back a bit over toward the line. He has that one. As he was falling down, it was really a great play. Now he's trying to steal as Ohapi fouls one. Kind of barked on him yesterday.
Wow, that was so far.
For that matter, in Logan's case, will be less aggressive. There's a base hit, punched it by Betts into left center field. Good job by Hernandez cutting that off and getting it in, as Peraza, pun intended, for the Bees, as Siri takes ball in the start in left field as he lifts one to right center. Andy Pages is there for that, and the Angels strand 2.
Packed house here again tonight. Speaking of the freeway, I'm looking up at the 57. They're still.
And that again today as Sung Kim is out in front of that. First Korean-born player to be part of a ball. 2 strikes on Kim. Swing and a miss way out in front of that.
That splitter so effectively.
3 strikeouts tonight in the AL voting.
I think if he would have had a few more starts, it would.
Quite qualified for the ERA title at this point along that qualifying line all season. It seems like 2 balls game. He fouled it off his fastball that time. Shohei with breaking ball missed for ball 3. Seemed like that's, and it's not there. Ball 4 at first. Shohei of course had the only 50, but he's got a huge lead here. And he took off, and he's going to steal that easily. Lead he had. Betts with a fly ball to right field. Joe Adele in position. Makes the catch. Shohei is tagging. Adele fires it in as Ohtani goes to third. Hitting .333. Really the last guy you want to see in an RBI spot. And he's been like this from the get-go.
Really, when you look at him, his body is not.
No, he doesn't look different. Swings and misses. 2 balls and a strike. 7 later this year. Grounds this one to the right side. Peraza has that, and Soriano works around the wall. Vaughn Grissom out in front of that. No balls and a strike. 0-2 on Grissom. There's one right back at him. I think he caught it. Pitchers being athletes.
Hello. Tremendous.
Trout with a fly ball to center field. Easy for Pages.
Boy, just trying to get some offense going here.
Over the last 7 games, the Angels have scored more than 2 runs.
Upstairs.
Neto fouls one off, and it's 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Neto, and getting Neto going well against the Dodgers, but not here. He strikes out. Some historic moments in the Freeway Series in Cole County.
We dive for baseballs all the time in the outfield.
The ball
sliders up in Toronto.
He's ahead 0-2, and a breaking ball lands for strike 3. Who only won 59 games that year. The Hall of Famer Carlton is not doing so well when you're not pitching.
I remember that, watching that, and I'm thinking it's next
percent of the Angels wins this year. He's won 6. The team has won 7 when he. Of course, the Angels don't really want that to go
that year.
2-2 on Pages. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
So he went sinker. That was on a splitter.
Swing and a miss, another nasty slider. That
an ERA that it is.
Yeah, makes sense now. Here's a little tapper out near the mound. Soriano grabs that, and it's a quick inning. 2 strikeouts in an easy series against many Dodger pitchers. 7 of them last night. As Soler hits one to the left field corner. This one is a fair ball as it one hops to the top of the wall out there. Hernandez gets it in, and it's a double for Jorge Soler. So the Angels. And one is the catch. Ran back to first and was thrown out at second base on a wave and a miss. That ball changeup on Joe Adele. But of all the places to gather, right in the eye. Adele had a good cut.
Yes. You might see a slider here.
There was a fastball right there for strike 3.
Not on it.
This ball struck well to the right side of the infield. Kim looks to third, but only has a play at first.
It's this season.
Strike to Shonowell. Seems like hitters are just guessing. The catchers seem a little bit more sure.
Plate, not the front of the plate, and they've gotten a lot better, more consistent with it.
And the numbers bear. Shonowell lays off the slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-handed hitters. And Shonowell lines one right center field. Pages is over, dives, and he caught it. What a play, Andy Pages.
At 71%, but that's why 9 defensive runs.
The Blue Jays. Just one of the great plays in a BI away from Shonowell, which would have tied the score. Wave and a miss by Teoscar. Third innings. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
He went from secondary pitches.
Feel like you're really pointing that knuckle curve grip.
Just don't get comfortable.
Slow bouncer. Neto on the move, fires it and gets the out. Good play. The very outset and then settling in terrifically. Ball 1.
He play by Pages there to prevent a run. But this is a guy you want to. And Kim can run well too.
Swing and a miss. Kim they'll air it out too. 2 balls and 2 strikes so far. It's off the plate now. A full count. 3. Breaking ball is grounded right at Peraza. Soriano has set down 8 straight. 1, 2, 3 and looking picture perfect in Southern California. And the Angels.
When you look at both teams' attendance.
Poppy had a well-struck hit his last time. Pops this one up. Shallow right center. Dodgers converge. Pages calls for it.
Power in that bat.
Yeah, there certainly is. He hit runs. Out in front of that, 0-2. 18 the year after that. He lines this ball to left field for a 1-out single.
And he can run.
Form jersey the way Kershaw did. As Grissom pops this up shallow left center. Kim goes out and makes the catch. But I know you were like that.
They do something right here.
He has struggled here lately as Wroblewski throws to first. Those sound like things Trout does well.
Yes.
I feel like Trout is so great at the beginning of his career, right as StatCast was forming in those.
Running down the line as good as anybody I've ever seen.
All those things, but you know, and as StatCast kind of grew with Trout, it was able to tell the story of why Mike Trout was one of the greatest of all time. Here's a fly ball to shallow center as Andy Pages is under that to end the inning. Well, to be fair, Max Muncy didn't miss all 14 whiffs via Max Muncy, according to StatCast. One hopper off the bat of Shohei down to a knee. It's Peraza fielding it and throwing.
Is this the Lord of the Flies here?
Those gnats in front of home plate. As the only Dodger hit so far tonight, he singled in the first. That put Ohtani in scoring position. 3-1 the count on. That is ball 4. First, Freeman grounded out his last time. Swing and a miss on a fastball that I haven't seen as many of the usual 98. Soriano's backed off using that some tonight.
And I think a lot of that comes into play.
In Dodger blue, 2 balls and a strike on Freeman. That's not to say they won't get going now on Freeman. And it's ball 4. So back to. Rips this one into the Angel dugout. He gets hit by that pitch, and the incredibly good with runners in scoring position. That's ball 1. That's
Great
in there
pitch.
for a strike.
See, that's why
With runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is just a bit low. Swing and a miss on a ball that wasn't close.
Yeah, that's somebody.
This is loaded, 1 out. And that's off the plate, ball 3. Hickstrom Pages. And he lays off ball 4 after inning. 4 straight have reached without a hit. And Max Muncy takes ball home runs this season. That's not close. What is happening here with a big swing there on it?
Yeah, that's.
And there is the 6th. 2-run score without a hit in this inning, and now just totally lost it in this.
Boy, big.
That was a fastball upstairs. That 2-2 on Hernandez there. And now Hernandez is hit by a pitch. Unbelievable. Twice tonight. Infield is mostly in as Silseth misses with ball. Bouncing ball, base hit. Paez scores. Muncy heads for the plate. Throw comes in from Siri, cut off. Throw to second, hits Hernandez in the back. Kim is the batter. And a swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
And as good as he is, and as good as he has been.
Run support has been nil here. Nobody covering first. Shotwell dives to the bag and gets a run in the first inning. 5 runs in this inning with only 1 hit. Alex calls. Ohtani was looking for the moonshot. There's a drive to right. Adele moves over for it, and he's there to make the catch.
Less apt to challenge.
Grounded on the third base line. Long throw across Muncy. Freeman can't scoop it. Neto is safe. His glove, so the Angels get another hit. They've out-hit them. Really gifted to them. Big swing by Sol. He's hit in this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The offseason for Taylor Ward. The ball in the dirt makes it 2.
He's going to give you the Undertaker tombstone.
I thought I'm going to get out of tomorrow. Here's a rocket past Muncy, a fair ball into the left field corner. Neto turns it on, heads for third base. He's going to be stopped there. Soler has his second double tonight. Adele fouls one off his foot. Well, whatever the case, the Angels trying to get a few here as Joe Adele fouls one off. 2-2.
Tough to do that. That's the thing. Is shocking.
Fly ball right center field. This one headed for the gap. It gets down, a base hit. Bounces against the wall as Neto scores. So does Soler. 2-run double. Joe Adele. And to start this inning, and there's a strike from Robleski.
So showed him. He waits till everybody else goes out on the field for a stretch so he can picking up the pace of the offense for Joe.
And it makes sense too, because a lot of times you're
third time through the order and some better swings here against tonight. Peraza staying alive.
I like what it. See how
Nice
short he
job.
is on that swing. He's doing a good job.
Now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Peraza. Swing and a miss. Robleski bobbed his last time. Lifts this one toward left center. Easier try for Paez. He gets to camp under this one for the second out.
That's what we talk about. If you get him over, though.
Worried maybe less about his wrist after that. Plate umpire. That's a strike. Had a hit earlier. One here would cut this Dodger lead in half. And a pitch downstairs makes it 3-2 with Jose. Fly ball to right center. Has some carry to it, but Alex Call has enough room. And Call has it to have enough room to host a World Cup match. Or matches, I'm not really sure. I've seen very little of the division so far. The A's will be here Monday.
Saddle
dragged into it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mookie Betts. This line foul by Betts area. 1 ball, 2 strikes on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'd like to see you join the tarps off.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, well, you'll have to work on it. Ball 3 to Betts. Armall managing the Cardinals to a 27-18 start. Siri closed quickly on that. What a good play that was. Yeah,
Pistons.
Game 7, right?
Yes.
Pistons and Spurs have advanced to play the Thunder. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes on Freeman. 1-2. Most of the Dodger lineup did. That pitch in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They got all these Bulls guys. I'm going to get into it. So it was game 1, Madison 2 on Freeman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fermin with the. Will Smith fouls one at home plate. Fill in the blank. No balls, 2 strikes on Will.
You were still thinking, okay, maybe a double play ball will drop. His wrist certainly did.
The count on Smith. Ground ball sharply hit through. 2-out single. It's only the third Dodger hit in this. That's it.
There were some great names back in the day, weren't there?
I know. To give up 6 runs on 1 hit in 5 or more innings. Here's a fly to right from Pages that should end the inning. It's got to be 7 or 8 sellouts by now. But he's out. Here that's the case, but they keep right on chugging along.
Hey, you got Snell.
Evan Phillips is out. I mean, it's a ton. Swing and a miss by Josh Lowe. And their bullpen came up big. Trinan was a huge part of that. Well, last year they really didn't have a bullpen, so there's
Snell.
Even Robleski was in Game 7 and Game 6 of the World Series last year. Chris for 3 tonight and 5 for his last 33. Takes a strike from Trinan.
Live.
I'm sure somebody you're closely related to may have. That one was to the top of the. Here's another one that was headed to take all the oral. 3-2 on Trout. And there's another one. Oh. Chopper foul by Scott. Here's ball 4, so Trout works the walk. It's a ground ball instead to Mookie Betts, and that ends the inning. In Cleveland, in a game where the Angels were down 7-0 at that point.
Mound, that drive.
Max Muncy out in front of that extension is trying to leap over a puddle the other day. And it is a very extended step. Here's a little bouncer in the perfect spot for Muncy. That's 6th inning, which turned into a 5-run inning as a result. There's a fastball strike from
Rodriguez, same thing. Christian Moore starting to hit the ball well.
There's a broken back ground ball toward Neto. He'll only have a play at first after stepping on second too late.
And then Muncy's with 65.
Here's Alex Call, breaking ball.
.15 cleat.
Two balls.
See, that's the thing.
Call grounds it foul. There's ball 4. Swing and a miss by Kim. Kim takes a big swing and a miss, strike 3. Manoah with the. He loops this ball to the right field corner. That is a fair ball. An extra base hit that will score Muncy. I thought that ball landed in the seats. They're saying it did not. And now it skips through the infield. Shohei's going to try to score. Here comes the flip home. They can't get it off. Mookie Betts takes ball 1. So I don't think they would just give him a straight up inside the park. Here's a grounder foul. 3-2 on play, which is hard to believe. This one is not in play. Mookie Betts with a home run. There's a fly ball from Freeman that is foul. Ruling on Ohtani's hit. I would imagine, though, that would be a triple. Put an error on the board. If that ball had stayed fair, it would have gone over the wall because it hooked into foul territory. It hooked over to that netting, which is evidently largely the ball just gets deadened by balls and no strikes on Jorge Soler. Leading off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's a ball up and in from Watts. So all those runs earned against Alek Manoah. This is Wyatt Mills, who worked an inning yesterday. It's like Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
When you think about going over the ground rule.
That was bizarre. 2 balls, no strikes on Joe Adell. And it's 3-0. I mean, just. There's ball 4. So Mills. Strike to. Fly ball to center field. Sized up by Pages for the first. Face Sasaki tomorrow afternoon.
Remember, the minute that happened, that trade ball well, then all of a sudden a little dead arm period.
Angels will have to make another. This one is popped up. Angel debut in the Freeway Series, facing the Dodgers tomorrow. This one is, he's on the bases with Soler. There's a line drive to center. Pages slides, and he has that one too. On 1 hit tonight. Thanks to 6 walks, 5 in 1 inning. And Alex Call singled to bring in 2 more runs.
Was over 105 miles per hour. There you go.
Manoah cover of the Dodgers. And that's ball 4. And that's early next week, starting on Monday. So they'll have their first of 13 home series against the Dodgers in the first half of the season. How do you schedule it like that? In the very last week of the season at Dodger Stadium. That's the only time they face each other after the All-Star break. I mean, you know they're going to be battling week. Pages stings one to left for a base hit.
Yes.
Front office now, by the way. They've had so many.
He is the professor.
He certainly ended here last season as an Angel. Back to the mound, Manoah with a quick throw, and it's into center field. Smith comes in. Manoah got it and fired it. Looked like he 2 pitches. Pitching here at Angel Stadium for the. That's a fair ball and a great stop, but Grissom has no throw from the big A, and he pitched well in both of them. He had 11 strikeouts in his first game. Dodgers now have 6 runs in the last 2 innings against Manoah. Call strikes out on a 1 ball, no strikes. 12 problem again for the Halos tonight. And most of those walks have come around to score. Only. And with 12 runs for the Dodgers, 8 of them have come from Kim. Well, both. And another walk. Manoah again. And gave them a little league version of that his way around the bases with some help on a throwing error when the ball came in from a. He let the umpires make the call. Here's Shohei knocking in some more. He brings home Muncy, Hernandez, and Kim. It's a 5 RBI night for Ohtani.
Doing well, he had thrown first couple times out on the road.
See if he gets another opportunity. Mookie Betts flips one into right field that falls for a hit. And Shohei goes to third base. That's actually Santiago Espinal. For the first time, the Angels have allowed. There's a little cue shot back to Frazier. We know he could field his position, and he starts a double play. They used to say that, all the old announcers used to say there's a base hit for Josh Lowe. Maybe people were scoring at home back then. Vaughn Grissom is at the plate.
It's tough to see because Mano is such a competitor trying to work his way back
to win these games. Fly to center. It's Paez who's made two very good catches tonight, making the grab games. But the Angels don't even score three in a balls and a strike on Trout. Trout sends one in the air left center field. Paez chasing it back and making the catch at the warning track. For the Angels, this will be a 5-20. The Angels will have scored 2 or fewer in 16 of those 20 losses. Run support, it's tough to do your job on the mound.
Yeah, as much as you want to think, okay, you're just going to challenge and go right after you do.
Been here lately for the Angels, certainly. 2-2 is the count on Neto, and that's called strike 3.